Shawnee Mission names a new superintendent. Up next, meet Dr. Jim Henson. Plus, a Shawnee Mission science teacher is honored as one of the top new teachers in the state. An elementary school achieves at such a high level, it earns special recognition from the governor. And a message of love that includes a call to action. It's all ahead on this episode of Spotlight on Shawnee Mission. Welcome to Spotlight on Shawnee Mission. I'm your host, Leanne Neal. It's an important time of change in the Shawnee Mission School District. Dr. Gene Johnson retires as superintendent at the end of the school year, and on July 1, a new leader takes the reins.
We are excited, and now it is my honor to move that, subject to the approval of a negotiated written contract, that Dr. Jim Henson of Independence, Missouri be named as the next superintendent of schools for the Shawnee Mission School District.
I would second that.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0.
With that announcement, School Board President Patty Mack introduced the leader who will guide Shawnee Mission schools into the future. Dr. Jim Henson comes to Shawnee Mission from Independence, Missouri, where he has served as school superintendent for the past 11 years. He says working in the metro area has given him a chance to keep an eye on Shawnee Mission.
You have a great tradition. Your heritage is so rich. And I can say you for just a very short period of time. It'll be we and us as we become one in this process of being a team and really working for the benefit of kids.
While in Independence, Dr. Henson was recognized for implementing educational initiatives and organizational changes to meet the needs of an increasingly diverse student population and moving the district to accreditation with distinction in performance. When he moves to Shawnee Mission, Dr. Henson says he already knows what his first task will be.
My goal is, when I start here in July, is to really listen to individuals, to talk to parents, faculty members, certainly the community, of the things that they want to see addressed. My goal is not to come in here and say, here's what we're going to change and here's what we're going to do differently, but to talk to people, to engage in the process and listen far more than I would do anything else.
During his tenure in Independence, Dr. Henson was heralded for leading the district to fiscal stability and successfully navigating the transition of 7 schools from Kansas City to the Independence School District. Coming into Shawnee Mission, Dr. Henson says he knows one of the key issues will be working for appropriate school funding and employee compensation.
They didn't get in the business for compensation, but they have to live like the rest of us as well. And we need to make sure as a community and society we understand that we have to take care of those that are taking care of our kids.
Dr. Henson and his wife June have 3 grown children, 2 of whom live with their families in the metro area. At Shawnee Mission Northwest, science teacher Lindsey Demke got quite a surprise when she showed up for what she thought was a routine meeting. Instead, she received a call from the Kansas Commissioner of Education, Diane DeBacker.
And I have fantastic news for you.
Okay, great.
You have been announced as one of the 32 Horizon Award winners for 2013.
Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you. I thought we were talking about a meeting for 8th grade orientation.
The Horizon Award honors outstanding first-year teachers in the state of Kansas. Although she was surprised, Demke says there came a point when she did suspect something was up.
Probably once we walked in the room with a bunch of strangers and the camera. It's kind of a giveaway that something not, and I was here, something not by 8th grade orientation was, going on there.
Harrington says Demke's success may be in part because she comes at it from a different angle.
I think she has a very unique background. She had a little bit of science research career before she went into teaching, and that gave her a different maturity level and a different perspective on the subject, and she just has this innate ability to relate to her students, which is just fantastic to watch in the classroom.
Demke says it takes several things to be a successful educator.
I think it's really important to, one, really like kids, because obviously you got into teaching to work with young people. It's really helped me to know my subject, but also to be flexible and not let the unimportant things bother you, get you down, because otherwise you're weighed down with that and you're not focusing on what's actually important. So I just love being able to work with the kids and to share something with them that I've spent a lot of time with and that I enjoy, which is science and biology, and so that's probably my favorite part.
Coming up next, one Shawnee Mission Elementary School lands in some elite company and another celebrates silver. Spotlight on Shawnee Mission will be right back.
Hi, I'm Kate. I read Guinea Dog by Patrick Jennings. Guinea Dog is a story about a boy named Rufus who really wants a dog, but his dad won't let him get one. His mom feels bad about it, so she buys him a guinea pig. Rufus is surprised when his guinea pig, Fido, starts acting like a dog, but he still wants a real dog, like his best friend Murph. What will Fido do next? Read Guinea Dog to find out. I rate this book 5 out of 5 stars because it's funny, especially when Fido catches a frisbee in his mouth. Read this book.
Welcome back. The Brookwood Beavers could not hide their pride at a special assembly. Everyone at the elementary school gathered to officially celebrate receiving the Governor's Achievement Award.
Baxter, you know what we did? We got the Governor's Achievement Award because we have some really smart students. Did you know that? Yeah, you knew that already. And guess what else? We have some really good teachers and staff members at Brookwood. Did you know that? Yeah, you already knew that too.
Superintendent Gene Johnson says the award puts Brookwood in an elite group.
This is a very, very important award. In fact, in the state of Kansas, only 42 schools have received this award. Congratulations, everybody. That's great. That's great.
To gain a place among the Governor's Achievement Award winners, Brookwood had to earn the standard of excellence in reading and math, be among the top 5% of schools on state assessments in reading and math, and achieve adequate yearly progress in reading, math, and attendance.
It's just a great opportunity to once again just reinforce to them that everybody here is doing a great job, that teachers, the students, the parents, the staff, everybody's working together and our efforts are paying off and we get rewarded for that.
So we want to say congratulations, well done, and I would like all of you to turn around and wave to that camera and say, "Thank you, Governor," on three. Good job, Brookwood. Way to go.
Congratulations to everyone at Brookwood. Keep up the outstanding work. For 25 years, the Christa McAuliffe Elementary astronauts have been reaching for the stars. That means it's time to celebrate.
It's really a pleasure to be hosting everybody today for our silver anniversary. This is great, 25 years at McAuliffe. This is super.
As part of the ceremony, 6th graders explained why the Lenexa School was one of the first in the country to be named after the teacher and space shuttle crew member Christa McAuliffe, who died in the Challenger disaster.
She went on to teach for 15 years before being selected into the space program. Educating the youth of our nation was important to Christa. One of her famous quotes is, "I teach, I touch the future."
Finally, on the morning of January 28, 1986, 27 years ago, on this actual day, the Challenger prepared to launch from the Kennedy Space Center in Florida.
After Christa McAuliffe died, in her honor, there were many things people did to remember her. There is a crater on the moon named after her, and also one on the planet Venus. Approximately 40 schools are named after McAuliffe, but did you know our school was the very first?
Who loves McAuliffe?
School board members, district administrators, former McAuliffe staff members, and Lenexa Mayor Michael Bain were all on hand to congratulate students and staff and wish McAuliffe well.
Good morning, astronauts. How's everyone today? Are you excited about our rededication today? 25 years of McAuliffe in Shawnee Mission and Lenexa.
Being at McAuliffe was a familiar feeling for school board member Craig Denning.
This was always a special school. I got to meet Christa's mother and father at the first dedication, and her mother came the last time. But Christa, just a terrific influence, I think, on education, and teachers aspire to be like Christa McAuliffe. So I'm just very pleased to have been a part of this, and think it was a great celebration. Thought our principal and the students did a great job.
McAuliffe principal Michael Orr saw the celebration as both a look back and a look ahead.
We had a wonderful opportunity to have the former principal, Joanne Grote, who opened the building, plus about a dozen former staff members come back to rekindle some friendships and see the program fall into place. And it was an awesome opportunity to educate our kids on what Christa McAuliffe's been for 25 years and hopefully what they can continue to be for the next 25.
I had the privilege of selecting the faculty, but it's those teachers that made it happen. And I can't forget amazing parental support. Whatever we needed, whenever we needed it, adults were there to help us, and we had some incredible adventures as we put this school together.
I think excellent teachers, caring staff, and quality students is what we've got, and I think if we can continue to raise the bar and keep those things the way they are, I think we'll be successful for 25 more.
Great work, McAuliffe. We'll look forward to celebrating your golden anniversary in another 25. Coming up, find out what has a group of high school scientists back in middle school again, and a message of love that includes a call to action when Spotlight on Shawnee Mission returns. Welcome back. Middle school can be a tough time in a young person's life, but at Indian Hills, they're trying to turn that around by introducing students to something called Love is Louder.
Yeah, love is louder, love is louder.
Singer-songwriter Cameron Ernst is traveling the country working to, as he puts it, raise the volume for love, one school at a time.
Love is louder than fear, than pain, than loneliness, than bullying, than the nerds we all are deep inside, okay? Love is louder, and I want you to remember that.
Using music to help carry his message, Ernst introduces students to the Love is Louder movement started by actress Brittany Snow. The message is simple. Love is louder than any of the negative thoughts from others or inside your own head.
Love is louder. Has anybody ever seen this on? Maybe some people today have it written on their hand.
This is just a very important message, and the fact that kids can kind of connect with all of the celebrities that are a part of it, and someone who's actually in their school and telling them these things in person, I think is great.
L-O-V awkward E.
To help his message hit home, Ernst encouraged the students to participate in a special activity to get rid of the negative.
Now what we're gonna do is you're gonna take that piece of paper. I want you to crumble it up. Crumble it up. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Whatever it is that's bringing you down, get rid of it.
As the buckets were passed around the room, students were encouraged to celebrate letting the negativity go.
Whether it's big things or little things that are going on that are negative in people's lives, it feels huge to the person individually. And with the kids that I see coming in that have different things they're struggling with, I think this is an awesome message for them to have and to kind of think back to whenever they're having a bad day or something's going wrong.
1, 2, 3! Yes!
In addition to feeling better about themselves, Ernst urged the students to take on his 3 challenge to reach out to others. The first part is to learn and use others' names. Challenge 2 involves looking for others eating lunch alone and asking them to join you. Challenge 3 asks the students to write little notes of encouragement to friends, students they don't know, teachers, or anyone else they can think of.
That's what this is about. It's putting ourselves in the other person's shoes. So how would that other person feel if I went up to them and invited them to my table? That's gonna make their day, right? Yeah, they're gonna feel awesome. This is what love is all about, is showing kindness to other people.
To help them remember the Love is Louder message, Ernst had a special takeaway, a small wooden heart that he encouraged students to keep with them.
Whenever you need to know this message, I want you to reach for that heart and get it out and remember about this message, that love will never fail you.
It's something that seemed to resonate with the students.
I think it's really cool that we got these because I get if I ever get bullied or anything, it's just kind of like, well, I can pull this out of my pocket and just look at it and be like, well, there it is. It's just love is louder than whatever you're going through, stress, school, homework, anything.
There's kids all over our school who are going through rough times, and they need support and need something to look at and be like that it's going to be okay.
Indian Hills didn't let the message end at the assembly. Teachers followed up with activities centered on building a community around love and supporting each other. Teamwork, school spirit, and physical activity, 3 of the benefits found in Shawnee Mission's middle school intramurals program. On this afternoon, students from across the district have come to Trailridge for Shawnee Mission's middle school wiffle ball tournament.
We're playing intramurals, which is where all the schools compete for a trophy, and they have all kinds of sports, but this one's just wiffle ball.
Intramural sports such as wiffle ball, ping pong, and soccer give these students an avenue for athletic competition at the middle school level.
Well, the intramural program is about getting our kids involved in a variety of activities, from individual sports to team sports and your traditional sports to your non-traditional, just to give them an opportunity to participate and then play other middle schools.
Held throughout the school year, the intramurals not only give students a chance to compete, but also connect.
I just enjoy playing wiffle ball and hanging out with friends and meeting new people from other schools.
We get a lot of kids out who don't do anything else, but they'll come participate in intramurals. I think it's extremely successful.
At Westridge Middle School, some science students are taking advantage of a special mentoring opportunity. High school scientists from Shawnee Mission West Biotechnology signature program have come to Westridge to help the middle school students with their science projects.
We're working on our own at West right now, and it's been awesome, and I just thought it'd be cool to come here and help these guys finish up theirs.
Right now we're reviewing their results. So they just finished their experiment, and now we're just analyzing their results and then creating a conclusion. It's like the final part of their project, which is really definite. They have to have this done.
They're asking us to do the work. They're not. They're asking us questions, and we have to look through our data and all our review of literature and all that, try to find the answer.
I like it a lot. I think these guys really, they look up to someone older to help them out on these kinds of things, and to have someone from the high school come in and help them, they just have someone new to talk to and discuss what they're working on, and it's pretty cool. I mean, I would love to have that opportunity if I was in middle school.
I hope what they walk away with the understanding of how to analyze a graph, but also when they write a paper, how they can analyze a graph but apply it into other possibilities.
It's really helpful. If we didn't have them, I don't know what we'd do.
Up next, healthier students and healthier staff. We'll check out 2 wellness initiatives that have everyone on the move.
My name is Rachel, and I read the book A Tale Dark and Grim by Adam Gidwitz. This book is about all the real journeys that Hansel and Gretel have had. The children left their home at the palace because their parents, the king and the queen, had cut off their heads to save a friend of theirs. The friend then picked the kids' heads up and placed them back on the children's bodies. The children were saved, but thought their parents were murderers, so decided to run away. After the children ran away, they had many dark and grim adventures. Will they return to their original home? Will they survive by themselves? Read this book to find out. I rate this book 5 out of 5 stars because it is gruesome but fun.
Healthier staff members mean healthier students. That's the idea behind a new wellness initiative at Shawnee Mission South.
Pump, and jog, jog. Lunge, jogging.
It's called Power Panther Professionals, and it's a program by the Kansas State Department of Education. And so basically we send out some weekly lessons every Wednesday. I call them Wellness Wednesdays, and then we try to have an event. Like last Wednesday we did stretching and warm-ups, and then we tasted dark chocolate for Valentine's Day. And then today we're doing this jazzercise demonstration to kind of get people out there and moving and figure out what different type of stuff they can have.
The program provides a mini-grant to bring health and well-being information to the educators through things like this aerobics demonstration.
Pull those elbows back, now reverse it.
In addition to weekly events, Erickson also distributes Wellness Wednesday information through emails, handouts, and an in-service presentation.
The main goal, I think, is to, everybody talks about diets and that type of stuff, and for me, it's more about wellness and just taking care of yourself.
Reach and tap, reach, tap.
Shawnee Mission South teacher Kathy Goldstein agrees.
I just really feel a lot better when I exercise. It's important to me, and I make it a part of every single day. It's not so much about losing weight, or, it can help with that if that's your goal, but actually just staying fit.
Jazzercise instructor Lindsey Wanamaker understands what educators experience. Her husband is a science teacher at Shawnee Mission South.
Well, I hope it just plants a seed of interest that, physical exercise is a great way to relieve stress. Being healthy and being fit is a good way to deal with the stresses of being a teacher or working in a school and, just taking care of yourself.
Erickson is glad to have had the opportunity to bring Power Panther professionals to Shawnee Mission South.
I think teachers and nurses have a lot alike. We take care of our students and we take care of everybody else, our families, and we usually put ourselves last. And we really have to take care of ourselves because no one else is going to. And then that way we can take care of everyone else too, without stressing ourselves out and getting burnt out.
The Power Panther Professionals program hopes that equipping the adults with wellness information will make them better role models for the students. The NASA program is going strong at Rose Hill Elementary. but it may not be quite the NASA that you are thinking. Summer Cowick and her fellow trainers at 68 Inside Sports have partnered with the school to offer this after-school program once a week to 3rd through 6th grade students at Rose Hill.
The NASA program is based on nutrition, attitude, success, and accountability. It's a free program. Every week is based on something different, whether it's teamwork or just general fitness. The kids come together, we have them warm up, we have some big activity, and then we pull them together in the end. And thus far, the kids have done a fantastic job.
It's been a fantastic partnership. It's actually exceeded my expectations. Kids absolutely look forward to it. I think you can feel a buzz around the building on Thursdays. Kids are very excited about NASA that afternoon after school. They definitely are talking about it with each other and with me, and they're very eager to come and participate on Thursdays.
I really wanted to, and it was fun to come to. And my parents said that it would be a great time, so I went ahead for it.
We usually end each session with one of my favorite parts of the day, which is going around and sharing some compliments. And a lot of times, Summer and T, our other trainer, will share some compliments, but mostly that's coming from the kids. And so these are kid-to-kid compliments, which I think to me mean the most, because I think that's just really neat to see kids being complimentary to each other like that.
Thanks to 68 Inside Sports for such a great partnership and program. That's all the time we have for this episode of Spotlight on Shawnee Mission. Join us again as we continue to feature the programs and people of Shawnee Mission who are helping guide students to success. Thank you for watching.